Hey guys, I just wanted to give you some insight into my motivation for creating this YouTube channel. I'm trying to inspire you. I'm trying to inspire everyone, having fun with your life, bringing play into your life. As an adult, play isn't only for your kids, it's important for every human being to enjoy, create, imagine, especially in the times that we're living in right now. We are challenged to adapt to change and to make change. As in, it's up to us to make the world that we'd like to live in, right? And if we really believe that, how do we get out of doing things the same way or being complacent? It is good for you to feel and to build something with your hands. And it doesn't really matter what it is or how good it looks. The point is the process. The process changes us. It's good for your brain to focus on something, create something, make changes, modify something, and see and feel the feedback, hear the feedback. This builds our belief in ourselves that we are able to make change and to have an effect on the world. It builds our confidence, but it also helps us get into the flow. And the flow is a mental state where you feel connected, in balance, tapped in, and at peace and at rest, but constructively. At rest constructively and creatively. And that is a wonderful state to be in. That can do a lot for your peace of mind, and it can give you a rest and rejuvenate you for other areas of your life. Another aspect of having fun with these kinds of activities and play is the lack of judgment about your efforts and yourself. Creating something, especially something new and from scratch, can lead to a lot of failure. But not failure in a bad way. Failure in the sense that you discovered a lot of ways not to make that thing that you were trying to make. The way you learn how to make something that you haven't done before can be, one of the ways to do that is to try and iterate and keep iterating until you get closer and closer to your goal, until it's good enough or until it's excellent. So when you have fun with it, that process will be self-sustaining and you're more likely to get to your goal. And you're more likely to be open to trying things. And that's when you really learn. And you will learn about yourself as well as whatever you're trying to do. And those are useful things to practice outside of a professional environment. In a space where there's no judgment, there's no self-judgment, there's no expectation. So your own personal creative space, which I encourage you to have, where you can create and try and fail and succeed at whatever you want, but a space where you can be creative and encourage yourself, build yourself. In actual fact, when we're actually making ourselves. We're creating ourselves. We're creating the person we'd like to be. A person who is imaginative, a person who tries, a person who can have an effect on the world and on things. An interesting person, We can find a lot of qualities about ourselves to admire during the making process. So do dare to try. Give yourself a chance. Do that for yourself. Give yourself the gift of not knowing what you're capable of doing. And get to know yourself from the bottom up, from scratch. Do things that you wouldn't have thought you could do. Try different things. And if it's not, if it's not technology projects and craft projects and plants or whatever, it doesn't matter, do your thing, or do something that isn't yours. Do someone else's thing. You can do anything, and try something, and don't expect it to be perfect. Expect it to be imperfect, and expect it not to work, and surprise yourself, build your confidence so that when the time comes for you to apply those skills, or any skill outside of your comfort zone, you see yourself in a way that you feel empowered. Not, I've never done this before, I know myself, I know what I'm good at, or this is not my wheelhouse, or whatever. All the stories we tell ourselves to keep the status quo. This is not the time of status quo. So build your confidence, build your skills, and let's make the future together. Thanks.